Okay, so we'll move to the next question. So this time the question is like this. Let's say this height is 500 meters. The first you drop a ball, meaning the initial speed is 0. After 1 second, okay, after 1 second, you throw the second object with a velocity v downward. Okay, the first one you drop, the second one you throw with a certain speed. The information, the given information is two objects reach the surface. Two objects reach the surface at the same time. At the same time. Okay. The question is, what is the initial speed of the second ball? Of the second object. Okay. I hope the question is clear. The first object you drop, the second object you throw downward with a certain speed after 1 second. The height is 500 meter is given, and the information is what? Two objects actually, these two objects reach the ground at the same time. You need to find what should be the initial speed such that to reach these two objects at the same time. So how do you do this? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use, okay, before I'll say, let's assume to reach the ground for the first object it takes t seconds. If for the first object it takes t seconds, for the second it should take t minus 1 seconds. Do you agree with this first? Let me explain this way. Let's assume you have a stopwatch, an analog stopwatch. Okay, so this is our needle. You start, okay, you press. So when you press, okay, when you drop the first one, you press this. So this start to move. So when this turns, okay, let's say this covers 1 second, then you throw the second object and these two objects reach the ground at the same time. So you started to throw the second object from here, okay, from here. So when these two objects reach the ground, you see the second object took this much time, but the first object this plus 1 seconds. Okay, so that's why here I took, if I take this total is t, this should be t minus 1. I hope you got the idea, right? So I'm going to solve this problem. I'll use s equal to ut plus half gt squared. S is 500. Initial speed for the first object is 0. So I'm using this for the first object, okay. Half 10, t squared is what? I'll say okay, t squared, okay, for the first object. So 2, 10, I'll get 5. So t squared is equal to 500 divided by 5 means 100. So from here I can find t is equal to plus or minus 10 seconds. But remember, we can omit minus sign because time cannot be negative quantity, okay, time is always positive. So the answer is 10. For the second one, because our question is we need to find this v, so I'll use the same equation, okay. So if I use the same equation for the second object, it covers 500 meters and u is initial speed is v. So v into t minus 1 plus half 10 into t minus 1 square, okay. So what is t? T we found 10, so I can replace here 10, okay. So I will get 500 equal to 9v plus 5. This is t minus 1, 10 minus 1 is 9, 9 squared is 81. So from here I can say v is equal to 500 minus 405. If you multiply 81 times 5 is 405 divided by 9, okay. So what is the answer? You will get close to 10.56 ms minus 1. Meaning what? You have to throw the second object after 1 second with 10.56 meter per second in order to reach these two objects together. I hope you got the idea.